Hello, Scrapper Names fans. How are we all? So I am back with one of my last December challenge shares for you before the new year begins. This one was for the, as I said, D-lish Scraps December challenge. So I think they have their main challenge like this, and then they have like 4 little sort of smaller challenges that go through just past the end of the month, I think it is. So you would have seen one before, so you might be a bit like, well, hang on a sec, she's already done one, but no. So I'm doing this one. And being that it was so long ago, I can't remember if it was a sketch challenge or a mood board challenge. I can't remember. Sorry. I'll have to have a look for you. So anyway, so I'm scrapping these 3 photos. These are from the school holidays earlier in the year. I think potentially the July holidays. And I had my daughter with me and my stepdaughter, and we decided to get a bit crafty. Now, we did a couple of days of crafting this, and these 3 photos scan across those days. So one photo at the top has the girls in their pyjamas because they wanted a pyjama day on the Friday when I don't normally work. And then there's another one down the bottom that's under my paper trimmer there. That's us girls scrapping one lunchtime while all my daycare kids were asleep. And the other photo is pretty self-explanatory. It's my daughter who is was learning to use my diamond press. So, which the concentration on her face, in the close-ups you'll see it, is quite cute. So I'm using a variety of papers here. I have this feeling, I'm going to go into my phone while I'm doing this, and I'm going to tell you what it was. Actually, it might have been a mood board. D-lish Scraps. It's an inspiration board, so it's called Summer in Tuscany. So we have the blue, a pink, an orange, and yellow colours, and you need to use all of them. You're not allowed to omit any of them. So I have rummaged through and found a variety of different papers here. Where they're from exactly, I'm not sure. I think they're a mix of the Maggie Holmes Carousel collection as well as potentially that one on the side there. I'm not sure what it is. It's not Kaiser Craft. Might even be a Chamel one. I'm not 100% sure, and unfortunately for those small off-cut pieces, I'm not going to be able to tell you because I don't have the branding strips anymore. So they were just poking around in my stash. Alright, so as you can see here, I've used the main background paper, pattern paper is that pink colour. Then I'm using some pops of the other colours in the mood board to, to have them in there and break up all the different colours. So that yellow is not a colour actually I normally would scrap with, or consciously I guess scrap with. So this was a bit different, but I really like that chucked in there. I think it all blends quite well together. There you go, you can kind of see the inspiration board. So anyway, I quite like that yellow with the white, breaks it up a little bit between those photos. And there's my blues that I'm going to use some washi tape. Now, I must admit, I probably did this layout earlier in the month. We are literally smack bang on the end of December right now. It is the 30th of December. So this is probably a few weeks old, so it's been sitting here waiting to be edited. But December for me, like everyone, but then a little bit extra, is very hectic because I have my son and my stepdaughter's birthdays. We have Christmas, and this year Christmas kind of spread across the entire month of December because, yes, we had to have Christmas a bit earlier, and then we had normal Christmas because we had family not here and children not here and babies being born and all those sorts of fun things. So it's a very busy month this year in particular. So yes, this was taking a while to get voiceovered and uploaded. So I've matted those photos with just a thin layer of the paper mat around. This scripty font paper is actually from an Aldi, which is a supermarket if people aren't sure, paper collection. So it's not anything in particular. It was just a paper pad, that's the word I'm looking for, that I picked up. And I really liked the colour, but I liked the words that were used in it. So I think it says like together is the best place to be or something like that, or is my place to be or something. Not even close. Together is my favourite place. Close enough. So I am going to use that in a small strip, and I think it goes between the 2 photos. I think. 2 horizontal ones. I'm sure we'll see how we're going. We'll see it shortly. So, as I said, folks, this will be my last upload for 2017, I think. What day is it? Saturday? Sunday, Monday. Yeah. Yes, I don't have any more videos to share at this stage for the end of the year, but I am going into next year with a few different ideas on projects I might work on as such. So I'm thinking of a few quirky little things. So I am going to do a plan with aims piece. So I'm thinking of doing that every Saturday, whether it be live or, voiceover, I'm not sure. So like a plan with me thing, so we'll do my planner, and that will help anyone who's following along that's looking for some inspiration to do their planner before the week actually starts. And most, I'm sure, only really get some time on the weekend to do those sorts of projects. So that's my plan for the Saturday. I'm thinking of having like a challenge Tuesday. I thought they go well together. I know, it'd probably be corny, but go with it here. So that's sort of going to be every Tuesday, doing a different different monthly challenge from all of the different blog pages and Facebook pages and things like that, like I do, but having it set so those days. I'm thinking of having an art journal Friday, Arty Friday, I think I'm calling it. I was going to call it, and then in between chucking in some other things. I just was thinking if I have something sort of scheduled as such like that, then it'll break up what you're seeing on my channel, so it's not just Project Life threads, or it's not just 12 by 12 spreads, and it's not just spreads that are, or layouts that are based around a challenge, because that can be a bit sort of monotonous, I think, sometimes. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I thought, as I said, the Plan with Aims series would be good. That's the word I'm looking for, series. I've been trying to find the right word to use. Would be good on a Saturday, as I said, so everyone can sit down and do their planning with me. As I said, I might do it live. It just depends. My house can be quite noisy and hectic, and trying to find peace is a challenge to do a live post. So yes. But yeah, tell me what you think of those ideas. I just thought that they were something a bit different. I was thinking about it today. That gives it a bit of a set schedule for me, something for you guys to kind of look forward to if you're looking for something in particular, or you're looking for an idea for challenges. And again, so you're not getting sort of bombarded with just challenge posts from me, which, and then in between, as I said, on other days I won't do every day because that's just a bit too much of scrap and aims, I think, for you. I'll have things like Project Life and all those sorts of things. So trying to mix it up a bit. But let me know what you think in the comments. Would love to know, you guys are my subscribers and my loyal followers, which has been lovely to have over the past 12 months to see my little channel growing. Let me know what you think, or if there's something you would love to see in 2018. And I mean, I might change it up. It may not go ahead like that, but that's just some ideas I come up with today. So, anyway, back to my layout for a sec. It's often a bit of a tangent. So I've just matted all of my photos there on different coloured bits of paper. And I've deliberately done that so that I've made sure that all four colours? Hang on, let me check. I've lost it. Where are you? Yes, 4. So all four colours of the inspiration board I can tick off straight away have been used, because that is part of the rules of the challenge with these guys, is you have to use all of them. So, so I just wanted to make sure that happens straight off the bat with inspiration boards like this. It's a bit like my sketches. I like to, sketch challenges, I like to make sure the guts of it's done first and then I add to it afterwards. So kind of similar theory I have going with when I do the inspiration boards for D-lish scraps. So these stickers came in my December Kitaholic kit. I don't have them next to me. Again, if you want the name, leave a comment and I will go into my stash and have a look. I don't actually do, 9 times out of 10 my voiceovers are done in my room, so away from where all my crafty goodies are. So if you do have a question, just pop it in the comments and I will get back to you. It's semi-quieter in my room to do voiceovers than it is in my main craft space, which is in sort of the middle of the house. So yes. So just rummaging through there. This is my December kit as well, these little bits and pieces. So they had some lovely yellows and pinks and blues and things like that, so that was perfect for this. A very summery kind of feel, I guess. So yeah, it worked really well. I've cut a lot of the rummaging out for you so that you're not sort of sitting there watching me search through all my embellishments for like 30 minutes. Sometimes it can take that long. I'm just trying to find the right spot without crowding the photos, because the photos themselves, the two main photos there, are quite busy, with us, you know, the three of us girls, plus the top one is my craft area that turned into their craft area. So I have my daughter sitting at her table, and it's moved into sort of the centre of the space of the room there that day, and my stepdaughter is sitting on one of my little trolley kind of tables that I use to sort of chuck my goodies on when I'm scrapping, so I've got plenty of room at my desk. So she took that as her table as well. So it is quite busy. So I was really conscious of making sure that the photos themselves didn't have a lot of embellishing on them, because I just didn't want to take away from the theme of the layout. I didn't, that little piece there that you saw me do, I cut out like, what do they call them? I had a friend of mine call them fish tails, but I thought they were banners, whatever. But I cut both ends, and I really didn't like the look of it. So what I am doing is, I was going to, actually I thought I did, but I didn't, put another pattern paper piece underneath that yellow piece. But obviously I just cut it off because it was annoying me. I couldn't make it work, so I just cut the end off. Why not? Whatever works, I guess. So, and just using that little piece I've cut out as my journaling piece. And the other thing I didn't mention before, you might have seen me do, is I popped all three photos up on some red craft foam. That's what you saw me doing. Just to give the layout a bit of dimension, just to make the three photos pop up a little bit, and balance with the stickers. It's something that I seem to be drawn to doing in my 12 by 12 layouts. I do consciously of late try not to. Try and do it. I don't know why. It's just a challenge I have in my head. But yes, I do try and I do generally seem to be popping all of my photos on that craft foam. I think I just like the dimension it gives to the layout. It's not sort of all just flat, even though when it goes in the book, essentially it's sort of flat down. But looking at it, it just pops everything up off the page a little bit. And I'm really conscious of making sure that the photos are your focal point, as opposed to all the pretty embellishments that go around it. So just playing around here. What am I using? Are they? No, they're not. Am I gluing or taping? So there must be sequins I'm using. I couldn't tell, or acrylic pieces. I'm not sure. Oh no, some of those are those little star. Maybe all three of them are printables from the December Kidaholic kit. I don't know if you can hear my daughter in the background. She's being a bit crazy. Issues. I did try and say that, you know, there is no quiet. I did warn that there was no really quiet place in this house. That just proved my point. Alright, so just adding some bits. I've become a bit liking the whole random strips of washi on the edges, to sort of layer some, like this. What I'm doing here is adding some of those little word printables on. I don't know why. It's just something I've just randomly decided I'm enjoying doing. Trying to use my washi a little bit more. And I'm going to do the same here, it looks like. I just think it adds a nice, maybe not like a nice little layers to each of them. All right. So yes, as I was saying, sorry, I had a moment of pausing. The washi tape strips like this, I think just add a little pop of colour randomly around the page, but I think it adds a bit of layering to those little pieces of, like these phrase, bits of, you wouldn't call them phrase stickers, but bits of paper, whatever. Let's just call them phrase stickers, word stickers. They come in the Kidaholic kits. They're a printable. Yeah. So yeah, and I think that's why I've been doing it, because I think for most of them, when I've been doing it on layouts, and it's only on the 12 by 12, you know, actually I have a Project Life layout sitting on my desk. I might try it on that too. Yes. Anyway, So yeah, so that's why I think I do it. I just randomly have started enjoying my washi tape collection again, and am just trying different ways to using it, I guess. Reintroducing it to the crafty stash.
Yeah, we like the crafty stash.
I have a helper next to me now. So this layout is just about complete. I think I'm just adding some pops of acrylic shapes by the looks of it, not sprinkles, enamel dots. And then I think it is just about done. Doodly border. I am struggling to do these, as in I can do it, and maybe I'm just being a perfectionist, but every now and again I seem to catch it on like a edge piece or something that makes the line go off the page onto my mat, and it drives me up the wall. Anyway, crafty problems, first world crafty problems, not. So just a doodly border just to finish off the layout and ground it all into one spot. Playing with my tripod. And then I think I am done. So I do appreciate everyone stopping by and watching my videos. I do hope you have a happy and safe new year. And I will see you in a few days, I guess, with more crafty fun for 2018. As I said, leave me some suggestions or if you like my ideas for plans, and let me know. I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.